Alright, I'm gonna put the music on.
Okay. So, this is the true meaning behind forsaken. Lord, why did you forsake me? Yeah, you made me feel like the forsaken. Yeah, my spirit's name is desperation. Yeah, and now it's only trying to make it. Yeah, only trying to make it. I'm dying now. I see them vultures. Ironically, the more I see, I'm losing focus. And I can't breathe. I'm on my knees and with the hopeless. I'm chilling with the hopeless now. Was walking on your waters, guess I'm drowning in your ocean now. All your promises was made of glass. I seen them broken now. They'll ask me what I'm smoking now, cause you the one that's choking now. Digging for your treasure, all I found was these emotions now. I felt like you was gravity. Is that what you meant by hold me down? Yeah. I threw my hands through some bands, made a prayer, made a bet, but you ain't never answered back. I guess you thought I called collect. Said you never leave me alone. You was there, but you was gone. They broke my spirit. I seen you chilling on your throne. Lord, why did you forsake me? Yeah, you made me feel like the forsaken. Yeah, my spirit's name is desperation. Yeah, and I was only trying to make it. Yeah, only trying to make it. So that right there was the first verse of Forsaken. So I think it makes more sense if I tell you what the concept of the album was as a whole, because I think that makes Forsaken make more sense. I was going to do commentary on every song, but I decided the intro, we don't really need commentary for that. That's art. Like, when you listen to it, you'll get it. You know what I'm saying? You'll get it. Listen to it closely. But anyway, though, so the idea of waves, when you listen to the intro, you see that the guy, he falls in love with the waves. He decides to go be in the air with the waves, right? Because, air waves, right? And the waves are represented as people. I guess I'm just going to tell you what the album means to me, you know what I'm saying? So, air means, airwaves, people. Really, we're all just waves of people, and waves is also the thing that you do, right? Your wave is what you do, right? So my wave is visionary. This is the album where I'm actually acting that out for the first time. So the guy goes in the sky. He wants to be with the waves. And then he comes up with an idea, right? I don't say what the idea is, but he comes up with an idea, and then that idea actually works, right? That idea works to let the waves know that they're as beautiful as he sees them, right? I should have said that at first, right? He sees the waves, and the waves are beautiful, but he tells the waves that they're beautiful, and they don't agree with him, right? Because all they can feel is the pain that they go through in life. Sound familiar? All right. So, after that, he comes up with that idea, and the idea works to let the waves know how beautiful they are, and then he dies, right? So the concept moves into the second song with Forsaken. That's him pretty much asking, like, well, if God, if you gave me this idea, right? Because God gave him the idea, why did I die? You know what I mean? Why did I die? Why did I make them feel beautiful and then die in the midst of it all, right? So biblically, I kind of use the concept of Jesus, right? Oftentimes, I think that we pay attention to the cross, the crucifixion a little bit too much, right? He came back. Right? And then it says that he did so many miracles after he came back that there wouldn't even be enough books to write about it, right? So he did a lot after he came back. And I used to kind of think of this one day, right? Like, what if we had a movie about him after the resurrection? Like, what if it was just about him coming back, right? Like, what would that do? So, that's kind of where it starts. I wanted to start the album with me already in the position of I'm back from death, right? Like, I've died already, I'm back from death. Not like the traditional Christian concept where I'm going through life and I'm about to die or I'm being crucified, but I'm back from death. But there was an important question that God asked on the cross, that Jesus asked on the cross, and that question was, why did you forsake me? He asked God, why did you forsake me? So I believe that means that all the pain, all the turmoil that he went through, I mean, he was the only person on earth who completely obeyed God, but he died as if he was somebody who didn't love God at all, right? So you have to ask that question in the middle of it, like, why did you forsake me? So some of those lines you start seeing me flesh out are me talking about, like, the good that I was doing and why did I have to die in the middle of it, right? So my real life when I wrote this song, I was going through some family issues, right? Like, I'm gonna be completely vulnerable with y'all. I was living in a house that was owned by my grandmother. My grandmother got sick, and my uncle started to take over the house that my grandmother owned, and he was evicting me, right? And I knew that I had to leave. And in the midst of it all, I was just like, man, I've been doing everything that I'm supposed to do. I've been paying my rent. I've been hustling hard. Yeah, we went through some hard times. Yeah, it was late before, but I know that in my heart, all my intentions have been good. Lord, why would you let this happen to me? Why would you forsake me? Why would you let this happen to me? Besides the idea of just being broke, like in general, you know what I mean? Because I had just had a son in December that year, right? Yeah, so I had just had a son. I couldn't work like I wanted to work. My wife was out of work, so we had hit a very hard time. And I'm like, why would you leave me broke while I'm doing what you called me to do? You know what I mean? I've been giving people your message. I've been doing everything that you called me to do. Why would you do this to me? Why would you leave me broke and evict me right now? Why would you forsake me? You know? So let me break down some of them lines. I'm dying now, I see them vultures. Ironically, the more I see, I'm losing focus. And I can't breathe, I'm on my knees, I'm with the hopeless. So that line, you know, I'm dying now, I see them vultures. Like when you're in the middle of death, you start seeing, you know, the vultures as they hang around dead bodies, right? That's me becoming a carcass. I see vultures. The parallel to that in my real life is that I started to see people around me who were trying to take advantage of me because of the position that I was in. Not even knowing that, like, on the inside, I don't even feel the way that I may be perceived on the outside. Like on the inside, I'm going through pain, I'm going through turmoil, I'm going through this hard time in my life. And I got people on the outside who see like the position that I'm in, like the position that I'm in at church. They see I'm a minister, they see me making music, me making certain moves, and they're trying to take advantage of me, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's because they couldn't tell that I was dying on the inside, but it's something about the smell of death that brings around vultures, right? So, ironically, the more I see, I'm losing focus, and I can't breathe. I'm on my knees, I'm with the hopeless. Yeah. So the more that I was seeing life, the more that my eyes were open, the less focus that I had, right? Because like I'm seeing all this stuff around me, and then it made it hard to laser focus on the things that's supposed to be right in front of me. Ironically, the more I see, I'm losing focus, and I can't breathe. I'm on my knees, I'm with the hopeless. So the whole I'm on my knees, I'm with the hopeless, on my knees, I'm praying, and then with the hopeless, I started to connect back with people who were actually going through hard times, and that's all I wanted to be around. Like, put me with the people that's struggling as hard as me so that we can figure this out together. You know what I'm saying? We can get this hope together, right? You know what I mean? So I'm on my knees, I'm with the hopeless. So I'm chilling with the hopeless now. Was walking on your waters, guess I'm drowning in your ocean now. All your promises is made of glass, I seen them broken now. They ask me what I'm smoking now, cause you the one that's choking now. Digging for your treasure, all I found was these emotions now. I fell in you was gravity. Is that what you meant by hold me down? Yeah. You gotta throw the yeah in after that little part right there. So, you know, I'm losing focus. Ironically, the more I see it, I just did that whole part. I'm chilling with the hopeless now. Was walking on your waters, guess I'm drowning in your ocean now. You know what I mean? So I felt like I was doing the things that God called me to do, right? I'm walking on water, right? Like I'm living by faith, but now I guess I'm drowning in your ocean. Like you gave me the power to walk on the water, but you also then would allow me to drown in the midst of that, right? I'm on your water, guess I'm drowning in your ocean now. Don't ask me what I'm smoking now, cause you the one that's choking now. Oh wait, all your promises was made of glass. I see them broken now, right? So the things that God had promised me, I started to see them not come into fruition. Like they were made of glass, they're broken now. Don't ask me what I'm smoking now, cause you the one that's choking now, right? So at that time, you know what I mean, I had went back to weed heavy, right? Like I was smoking a whole lot. So I was telling God, like, yo, don't question me about this when you the one that's not holding me down. You know what I'm saying? You the one that's not doing what you're supposed to do. So don't question me about smoking. It's just something that I need to cope with while you ain't doing your job, right? You choking, right? So, you know, of course, the parallel of smoking and he's choking, right? But, you know, also at the same time choking, like, you ain't coming in the clutch, right? So don't ask me what I'm smoking now, because you the one that's choking now. Digging for your treasure, all I found was these emotions now. I felt in you was gravity. Is that what you meant by hold me down? Yeah. So, you know, I was digging for your treasure. Like, I'm looking for what you're supposed to place inside of me. I'm looking for that. And all I could find was these emotions that's coming out right now in this song at the moment, right? And I felt in you was gravity. Is that what you meant by hold me down? Right, hold up. My speakers just went off. So, like, you said that you was going to hold me down, and then I fell, and you were the reason why I fell. And is that what you meant by hold me down? Like, that you was going to let me fall and be the reason why I fell, right? So, that's what that line. So, you was there, but you was gone. Said you never leave me alone. They broke my spirit. I seen you chilling on your throne. I don't know. That could have been backwards. You was there, but you was gone. Said you never leave me alone. They broke my spirit. I seen you chilling on your throne. I don't know. But anyway, so I wanted to paint the picture, you know what I mean, of like my real emotion. But at the same time, I wanted to make sure that I let people know that in the midst of this all, it wasn't like I thought God was absent. He was there. And that's what made the moment more real for me. Same thing I think makes the moment more real for Jesus also at the same time. Like while he's on the cross, he's not saying that he's not there. Like he's acknowledging his presence, but you're watching me suffer. You're there watching me suffer, right? So you said you would never leave me alone. You said you wouldn't forsake me. You was there, but you was gone. You know what I'm saying? Like you was there, but you wasn't there for me in the moment, right? At least that's how I felt. You was there, but you was gone. They broke my spirit. I seen you chilling on your throne, right? Like I watched the way that my uncle broke down my family, right? The way that he started to treat me in the midst of it all, in the midst of the eviction and everything else that was happening inside of my life. And I seen God chilling on the throne through it all. I could always look up and see him. Oh, you're still good, right? I'm not good. You're still good. I'm supposed to just come to you right now. You watch me drive my wife crazy, losing her hair. You watch my mama try to raise me by herself. You watch my homegirl lose her baby. You wasn't no help, and they was only trying to make it. You watch my homeboy commit suicide. You was there. You heard him when he hollered, do or die. But you didn't care. You didn't care. Cause you could have stopped the bullet, or you could have broke the gun. I should have known that's how you treat one of your sons. I ain't done. I'm seeing your angels and demons in my awake and won't dreaming. I'm scared to take my own advice because I know I'll be scheming. Can you relate? Wait, I made it here just because you said I could. We built a house and you watched them nail me to the wood, Lord. Why you forsake me? So you watched me drive my wife crazy, losing her hair. You watch my mama try to raise me by herself. You watch my homegirl lose her baby. You wasn't no help and they was only trying to make it. So, you know, like during that time that everything was going down, you know, like my wife had started to get stressed out. And almost every morning she would hit me up like, Dre, like some more hair fell out. You know what I mean? And man, like when you love your wife, it is hard for you to watch them go through anything. And it was hard enough to watch her go through that second pregnancy. I mean, my first daughter, I mean, she was something, but my son, oh my God. He's annoying out the womb. So in the womb, he was terrible also. But anyway, so she was losing hair during that time. So that's what that was. You watched me drive my wife crazy, losing her hair. And I felt like I was the cause of a lot of that, right? Because the decisions that are made that move us forward or backwards in life or fully fall upon me. I gotta take responsibility for that, right? And you watch my mama try to raise me by herself. You know what I mean? So I don't blame God for me being growing up in a single parent household, but I hold him accountable for everything, right? So you watched this happen. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that you caused it to happen, but you watched it happen. You were there on the sideline, you watched it happen. Now, in hindsight, like a move like that, like I think that there's some glory that came out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I really do believe that that's part of my testimony that I was raised by a single mother. But, you know, in the moment, I told you I was in my emotions, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm like, God, why did you watch my mama try to raise me by herself? I'm still dealing with the effects of that. I'm still dealing with the effects of that, of being raised by a single parent. So the next thing was you watch my homegirl lose her baby. You wasn't no help. You know what I mean? So I had a very close friend of mine. She was pregnant during that year, and she lost her child, right? The child, I believe, got choked with the fallopian tubes. I am not an expert on pregnancy and stomach stuff, so I could have messed that all up. But anyway, she didn't have the child when she could have had the child, right? So, and it was a situation that happened. Me and her had been talking through it, praying through it, so we were hoping for this blessing to come about, and it didn't, right? So, of course, who else I'm gonna look at? God, you know what I mean? Why'd you let that happen? What's going on with that? Watch my homegirl lose her baby. You want no help, and they was only trying to make it. Like, they were only trying to make it through life also, just like I was, right? Next lines is, you watched my homeboy commit suicide. You was there. You heard him when he hollered, do or die. You didn't care. Because you could have stopped the bullet, or you could have broke the gun. I should have known that's what you do to one of your sons, right? So I had a homeboy a few years back. He committed suicide. And, the big question always is, when somebody commits suicide, do they go to hell? Like, what happens? You know what I mean? So my main thing at that moment, the way I was feeling was like, yo, like, you were there when he committed suicide, God. You watched it. You saw it happen, right? Nothing goes beyond your sight. You saw it happen and you didn't stop it. You could have stopped it, right? Now, for whatever reason why you didn't stop it, I don't know. You know what I mean? I humble myself under that idea. But I am fully aware that you could have stopped it. And the things I named were just, ideas, right, that he could have had, right? Look at me trying to give God innovation. But I'm like, yo, you could have broke the gun. You could have stopped the bullet. Like, you could have done these things. But, his ways are not our ways, thoughts are not our thoughts. I think that scripture really means that we're supposed to put ourselves in a position to try to think more like him, right? So, trying to figure it out. Watch my homeboy commit suicide. You was there. You heard him when he hollered, do or die. You didn't care. Because you could have stopped the bullet, or you could have broke the gun. I should have known. That's how you treat one of your sons. I ain't done. Sorry, a message came in right when I was talking. I ain't done. I'm seeing angels and demons in my awakening on dreaming. I'm scared to take my own advice because I know I'll be scheming. Can you relate? Wait, I made it here because you know I could. We built a house, you watched them nail me to the wood, Lord. Why did you forsake me? Right? So am I awake or on dreaming? I'm seeing angels and demons. You know what I mean? So, before I say that part, I should have known that's how you do one of your sons. It's really a reference to me and a reference to Jesus at the same time, right? You watch them die. Right? So I'm seeing angels and demons in my awake or on dreaming. I'm seeing good people. I'm seeing bad people. And I believe that does have a spiritual concept. So actually, in essence, I am seeing angels and I'm seeing demons, right? Am I awake or on dreaming sometimes? I have to pinch myself to bring myself back to reality, right? Am I the only one? I don't know. Am I awake or on dreaming? I'm scared to take my own advice because I know I be scheming, right? So I really do believe God talks to me. I believe that he gives me ideas, but there are some times where I'm like, okay, this could be me. And then the overall concept of consistently following God's voice sometimes twits me up because some of the ideas, I'm like, this is really unconventional and this really is going to go against the grain. This is really rebel-like. Should I be doing this? And the reason why sometimes I confuse myself on that is because I know me, right? Like I know me before God. I was coming up with schemes and plans, right? Because I know I be scheming. I was coming up with stuff to do that wasn't always righteous, right? And I'm good at it. So sometimes I have to question myself, right? But a lot of the times it really is God, and he uses the personality traits that I already had, like all that scheming. He uses it for his good, for his glory, right? Am I awake or on dreaming? I'm seeing angels and demons and scared to take my own advice because I know I be scheming. Can you relate? Wait, I made it here because you said I could. We built a house and you watched them nail me to the wood. Lord, why you forsake me, right? So can you relate? Yeah, you can relate. Because of Jesus, right? And I only made it here because you said I could. I followed you here. You know what I mean? And I know Jesus felt the same way. I followed you to the cross, right? he went there, but I know in essence he he followed God to the cross, right? And they only did it because you said I could. You said I'm able to die for my people. You said that I'm able to live righteously and go through turmoil. Why would you leave me in the middle of it all, right? We built a house and you watched them nail me to the wood. Lord, why you forsake me? And the song ends with, it's finished, right? The real meaning behind forsake me.